Everybody, this is the second annual, no, it's not true. Hi everybody, this is the second installment of Men's Health, nope, said that fucking wrong too. Hi everybody, this is Men's Mental Health Habitual number 2, and I'm going to be holding these times Thursday 7 to 8 p.m. every week for a group of guys to get together and talk story about what's going on and hopefully impact some people's lives towards the positive in terms of mental health. For this week, I wanted to share, there's the little baby in the background. That's Laura Lily. That's Sage. And Mama is just off screen over here. Wanted to share 3 stories that I posted to the group, Men's Mental Health Habitual. You can find us on, this is a lucky shirt that I have for my EMT class that I took years ago, but you can find us on Facebook, Men's Mental Health Habitual, MMH, on Facebook. It's an open group. And today I was listening to a interview that Jorge Masvidal gave with Ariel Helwani about his upcoming bout with Kamaru Usman. And it was really interesting because 20 minutes into this 50-minute interview, Jorge Masvidal started talking about depression that he'd suffered. He's an A-list UFC celebrity. He's fought for the title in his division. He hasn't become a champion, although he is the BMF title holder. If you know, you know. So I was really impressed with that bit of information to come out, and far from thinking less of Jorge, I think much more highly of Jorge. I'd already started wanting to, little baby's got hiccups. I've already started wanting to talk about mental health and make this a real focal point for myself in terms of my digital presence. But to see some of these, hey Sage, some of these really high level athletes, and I'm talking, the top of the UFC, the best fighters in the world, talk about their struggles with mental health was really telling to me, because I think it makes the point really well that, nobody is immune from dealing with their own demons, whether they're depression or anxiety or, mania or frustration or rage or a myriad of other cognitive issues that put us at odds with ourselves. This is not an isolated situation. This is something that pervades every industry, every vertical, from fighting to you name it. So I posted the interview with Jorge Masvidal and Ariel Helwani on the page, Men's Mental Health Habitual. 20 minutes is where he starts talking about his issues with depression. Couldn't think more highly of the man to be really upfront and honest about his issues and how he deals with it. He deals with his mental health issues very much the same way that I've dealt with mine over the years. Family, good relationships, and training. He says there's 2 things that work for me, being close to my family and training. So I train every day and I take care of my family. And I think that's really wise words. On the website, the page rather, Men's Mental Health Habitual, I also posted 2 other links to YouTube. One is of Tyson Fury, who is the undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. I shouldn't say undefeated because he lost to Deontay Wilder, but certainly undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in boxing. And I mean, literally, I'm looking at the thumbnail for the YouTube video, and there's several videos with Tyson Fury that speak to his bouts with depression. The thumbnail to the video says, "I was dying with depression and anxiety." And this is a guy who won the heavyweight championship of the world. He beat Alexander Klitschko and accomplished his life goals and became, fabulously wealthy, incredibly famous. And the baddest man on the planet is what we call the heavyweight champion. And he blew up to 400 pounds. He's a tall man. He's almost 7 feet tall, but blew up to 400 pounds and was contemplating suicide. So I think that these guys are great case studies to make us understand that external situations have little to do with one's internal landscape. Now, the two can be very highly correlated, but not always. So there's the link about Tyson Fury. There's the link about Jorge Masvidal. Minute 20 in the interview is where you can read about what he's gone through. And then one of my personal favorite people, athletes on top of that, as well, is represented in the group on the post that I made more recently to the other two that I've just mentioned, and that is Andy Irons. The folks around Andy Irons who passed too soon several years ago, if you don't know, three-time world champion surfer, only guy in the world to go toe-to-toe with Kelly Slater and beat him multiple times. Kelly Slater is the undisputed GOAT, greatest of all time, 11-time world champion. Andy Irons beat him at his best, repeatedly. And Andy Irons had a real tough go of it with drugs and alcohol and mental illness. And if anything, I don't think less of these people. I think so much more of them for being kind of bastions of hope that they've accomplished the highest level of achievement in their discipline, all while dealing with these things. So I put a link to the trailer for the documentary about his life called Kissed by God. And that's also on the page. So just wanted to record this quick video. Please check out the page if you are a male, if you do ever struggle with mental health, and you want to talk to people about it. Nothing is being sold on this page. I'm not interested in taking anybody's money. I don't, necessarily want anything from you. Down the line, if we could create like an email list, that's great, I guess, but that's certainly not a primary motivation. If anything, I just want to create a community where like successful people can come together and talk about what's going on. No stigma, no bullshit. I am more than happy to share my story. I've been in a very dark place for many years, and I'm more than happy to be perfectly open and honest with you about that. So please feel free to visit, and we'll go from there. So thank you very much. You can find this information on Men's Mental Health Habitual, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.